I've got another clean-off page from some previous painting I was doing, and I've got the golden teal color out. I'm gonna squeeze that. Oh, I think I got way too much. These fluid acrylics just pour out. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of painting. Yeah, I got way too much. Bummer. I'll have to use that up on something so it doesn't go to waste. I'm going to use this Crafter's Workshop template and pick a few. Come on. Let's try to be a little bit neater about it. Let me see. I'm going to come over here. I thought I had enough color on this wet wipe to make color over there for the positive side, but no, I don't. And now I've got just some craft acrylic pink. Wow, again, I'm just pouring way too much. I'm so used to working on double page spreads that I keep forgetting I'm just working on one. I don't need to pour out as much paint, so I is making a mess of too much paint. Got my paint rag out. I'm just gonna make sure this brush is as dry as possible. Oh, maybe I didn't have too much of that paint. I didn't. Put a little bit more out. Just a little bit more. I wanted that to be a little bit darker pink. Stencil again. If I can find a clean spot on my... Yee. Phooey, I don't know what I want to do now, so I'll be back. Just gonna keep going, I guess. I have Payne's Gray and the golden. Whoops. I need another baby wipe. Ah, pulled out too many. I'm just picking and choosing where I'm pulling the paint up at. Okay. It may have been a little too wet. Probably should have blotted the baby wipe before I used it. Now I got some titanium white. And a different stencil. This time I have a Prima chevron stencil. And boy, my water's getting icky now. Let me dry it off. I'm trying to keep this brush as dry as possible so that I don't have to wait for that paint to dry forever. Alright, taking the titanium white. Another baby wipe. You know what? I'm going to kind of blot that up a little bit. This is way too wet. This one's kind of harder because of the way the chevron cutout is. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Ugh, yeah, that didn't turn out very well. I don't like that. This probably wasn't a good stencil to use. Ugh. Yeah. Live and learn, live and learn. Oh boy. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to take that same stencil, and I've got my bubblegum pink dilution spray. That I'm using here. And just so it won't go to waste, I am gonna flip it over on this. I didn't do such a good job there. And I'll just do it over here, even though I plan on gessoing over this page here. I should have gessoed before I use this as a clean off page, but I did not do that. Okay, and then, hold on, I'm gonna clean this off. God, I don't really like this stencil. Ugh. No offense, Prima, but let me tell you why I don't like this. These are all willy-nilly here. They're not, connected in any way. I don't like the stencils that are like this right here. So, yeah, I don't know that I'll be using that very much unless I'm doing something where it's like this, just a straight stencil. Definitely can't use it when you're doing a clean off very well. Okay, or whatever they call that. Reverse stenciling, reverse resist. I don't know. All right, and then I need a liquid ink color. I'm going to do some, let me see. I've got this volcano red. It's a pinkish color. And I'm going to do a little drip, 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 drip. Just made a mess. And one more spot. Where am I going to put this? Maybe go the other way from bottom to top. Okay, I gotta let that dry. I'm back with a stencil and titanium white. I'm just gonna, let me come off the page here. It's reacting with those. The Delusion spray. Probably should have gone off to the page here to the right. Let me move the stencil over so I can do that. I need some more white. Right, well, I'm making a mess. When I move that stencil over. Credola. Ay! Yeah, I really didn't want to do that. Golly, Kim. I don't mind it being messy, but I want it to be messy when I want it to be messy. I don't want it to be messy when... I don't want it to be messy! That didn't make sense, I know. It made sense to me. See, look, now they don't even look like these little oval things, whatever they are, diamond ovals. Crud, I need more paint. Or I'm just going to leave that like that. Okay. Then I'm going to go into some ultramarine blue. Probably should dry that, hit that with a heat gun real quick so I don't make a bigger mess. Good enough. I'm coming back. Oh my god. I got a mess. Okay. Let's go this way this time. I'm going into some ultramarine blue. I don't know how this is going to turn out because this is that crappy stencil. Yeah. Turned out exactly like I thought it would. Man. Get it together, Kim. Gotta let it dry. You can hear the enthusiasm in my voice, can't you? Alright, gotta let it dry. Okay, I'm going to take I've turned my journal sideways so that I can write this way instead of writing, you know, that way. And I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling. I'm trying to be very exaggerated with my writing in the vein of Dina Wakley, but my writing sucks so bad that, see? I don't even know what I wrote there. I started talking. I can't do two things at the same time. I'm just not, hello. That was supposed to be bed, and I have no idea what I wrote there. I'm just going to leave it, because it's going to get covered up anyway. Some days it just does not pay to get out of bed, and that's the way I feel today. So, anyway. Wow, yeah. I don't know what I did there. Oh my gosh. I'm in a mood today. I am just in a mood. Okay, what was I going to do next? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I sprayed this with some more Dilutions paint. Or ink, you know what I'm trying to say. Golly, my head's just not in it today. I got to get my head wrapped into this, and I'm having a hard time with it. Okay, anyway, this is a German book, short story book that I had, so I tore a page out. I don't know how much of this I'm going to use, but I do know that I don't want a whole bunch of just no text, so I'm going to kind of trim this down a little bit. Do I want to cut circles or just do... I'm just going to cut squares. Screw it. I don't want to think about this too much, as I am doing right now. And let's get it going the right way. Get my collage page out of the way. Make sure I'm in frame. I'm all crooked and wonky. Alright, I have my collage page out, and I think I'm just going to do a cross right here. And yeah, the ink is reacting because it reacts to water, so ain't nothing I can do about it. And I don't really care. Kind of want them to overlap a little bit more than that. Ooh, got a lot of inkiness on that one. Let's just tear another little section off here. What did I do that for? Go wonky there. Let's go wonky here. I should have covered up that stupid word right there that I have no idea what it is. And you know, I'm gonna have to let this dry, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Make sure I get all the air bubbles out. And I'll be back when it's dry. Alright, I have Turquoise Follow out by Golden right here. And I have a persimmon color. It's a craft paint, Americana. I have the stencil back out again. And I'm just gonna come in and put some more of these in just to tie this book paper into my design here. Oops. Should have used a smaller brush. Definitely should have used a smaller brush. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put the next one. Some of these are just too close together. Let's just do one down here. Really messy. Really messy. Okay, trying to find a home for this till I can clean it off. Alright, and then what do I want to use for this? I want to do some kind of different texture for this canyon orange, or persimmon I mean. But I don't know what. Man, I made a big old mess right here. And right here. Alright. Clean my brush off again. No, I don't know if I want to use a brush. I said I wanted to use something else. I guess let me use a card. Alright, so I've got that canyon orange here. I'm just going to spread it out on the palette paper. It was my phone. Looks like a little tic-tac-toe. Come on. Got a little too thick with that one. Ah! Ah! All right. Now I gotta figure out some design I'm gonna draw in here. I have no clue what I'm gonna do in that respect. Alright, so I gotta wait for this to dry. Okay, so I went ahead and dropped some little white droplets from my titanium white bottle here. And what I wound up doing is just folding this page over it and smushing it down. So that it would dry fast. So, yeah. Alright, I can't draw, so for that reason, I'm using a hand-cut stencil of this bird. And I'm using my Stabilo All pencil to trace around this. And I probably should have taped this down. Okay, I think I'm going on my stencil and not my paper here. Oops. Well, don't you know, I just made a mistake. I hope I can smush that out. This is such a busy background, I'm having a hard time following along the line here. We'll see how this we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I don't know that my foot's turning out right. That may have to be reworked. I'm just gonna kind of sketch in some of this here that I kind of messed up. Alright, the foot looks stupid, but alright. Just gonna really emphasize this here. Alright, and I use the Stabilo All pencil just because it is something that will write on paint really well. So, I've lost my pencil sharpener. Okay, I have no idea where my pencil sharpener is. Pencil sharpener? Wow. I reorganized to the point I can't find my battery operated one, so here we go. Oops. I got that too sharp. Alright, because now what I'm going to do is draw like a little knobby branch. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright. Okay. I'm going to keep this pencil out. I may have to come back to it. Need my palette paper again. Let's get this out of the way. Alright. I'm going to use the Payne's Gray and some white. I'm going to mix the two. I need a brush, but I need kind of a, this time around, I need a smaller brush. That one I have is just too wide. Here we go. Just use this one. Alright, now comes the scary part. I think I have too much paint on my palette here. I probably should have got a detailed brush for this. Okay, so you get the gist of what I'm doing here. So I am not going to make you sit here and watch me do this, because it's going to be kind of time consuming. And of course I can't do the fast forward feature on my editing, so but anyway, you see what I'm doing. I am going around my image that I just traced out, and I'm painting that part, so I will come back when that's done. Okay, so I got that all painted, and what I wound up doing is mixing a little bit of white in with that Payne's Gray, because that Payne's Gray was just a little too dark. I pulled out that handmade stencil that I did with my silhouette that wasn't a good cut job, and I'm just going to come back in here. I'm going to come back in here and not lift any paint. Okay, I thought my paint was dry enough that I was going to get a little bit of that lifting up. But I guess it is really dry. I did do kind of a dry brush on it, so bummer. Alright, well, I'm going to come back in here, and I am going to go back over my bird. This paint isn't. Oh, shoot. I gotta sit down. I'm doing this standing up. That's why I keep making mistakes. Okay. So there I go again. And I did it again. There's a bump there. Oh, that paper's coming up. Oof. Alright. Do it around this. My quasi branch. Holy smokes, I gotta sharpen this thing again. It's very soft leaded. I can tell I need to buy a whole pack of these because I really like using these now. Okay, so I'm done with that pencil work, and I think I'm just gonna come in and do some journaling. Gosh, I'm still kind of wanting to lift a little bit of that paint off. You know what? I'm going to take, if I can find my alcohol bottle. I don't know how much of it I've got in here. I'm just going to take a paper towel, spray some alcohol on it. See if I can get some of this paint up. Yep. I don't want to do too much. Oh, I'm almost out of alcohol. Oh, shoot. I should have been more prepared before I hit that record button. Okay, I gotta take a break so I can get some more alcohol. Okay, for the sake of time, I did finish this page and I wasn't recording. So I did come in with some more isopropyl alcohol, and I was able to lift some of that paint off. So you can see the original background painting. There's a little bit of that book text right there. You can very hardly even see it, but it's there. So I really like the way that that turned out. And I did some journaling on my little branch here, and a little bit of personal journaling right here. And so yeah, that's it. I'm going to call this page done, and I want to thank you for sticking it out with me if you have to the end of the video here, because this was a really long, drawn out process. So anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you later.